So I'm not really. Am I on? All right. Shit. I just think that I don't know. I'm not normally that nervous, and I'm not normally that scared to approach somebody new at all by any means. But for some reason, there's this girl at work, and I know I only got 2 weeks left. I have until the 13th to leave this job because I found another. But it's like, fuck, why am I so scared? It's like I should just get up and go, you know? I should just suck it up, grow some balls and fucking or whatever. That's kind of offensive nowadays. I don't really know what isn't offensive nowadays. But shit, I should be pleased. I should be happy, you know? I should be this and that. And I try not to use that word should because it stems from the word shame. That's something that I've always heard. But no, I think now I finally am at peace with myself because I have a goal and I see it. I see it in front of me and I'm running towards it. But back to that cute girl. I don't know. I'm not nervous in social situations outside of my job. Like at a restaurant. I'll sit there and make the waitress laugh or you know, I'll throw compliments out or I'll ask for help, which is something I'm not used to normally doing. But I started asking for help recently, and asking you shall receive, right? I get it now. I get the help. I just have to be honest and thorough with my motives and why do I actually need that help and why am I seeking it from that person I'm seeking it from. And there goes the cat. But I'm proud of myself for once. And I've been proud of myself, I guess, before, you know, whenever I started working a 12-step program and started taking care of my body better, brushing my teeth twice a day, flossing, which is something I'm new to, telling people when they're wrong or when I think they're wrong and being honest and genuine about it, you know, not just telling somebody, hey, you're wrong, but telling somebody why I think they're wrong and why that's wrong to me. But I'm so glad to finally see light again. And that's not just the sun. I'm glad to see light on my path, on my route. And I like self-help stuff. I always have. For some reason I find something enlightening or insightful about it that, you know, I can pick and choose what best applies to me and how I can apply it to my life. But I'm super grateful. I'm super grateful for all the opportunities I've been given. You know, and everything's kind of in its right place. But I'm still nervous. Still nervous about approaching that girl. Maybe because it's not the time or place at work, I guess, necessarily to get up and go to her area and just spark up a conversation for no reason. To me, that seems desperate. To me, that seems a bit, I don't know, uncomfortable. Uncomfortable, I guess. Which I've always heard being uncomfortable is a good thing because it kind of helps you build, kind of helps you learn, kind of helps you fail, kind of gives you room to fail. Because if you don't have room to fail, you can't grow into it, right? But I recently got a new job and I'm doesn't really pay too much more than I make now, which is okay because I'm not doing it necessarily for the money. I mean, the money's a plus, and why would I work if I didn't need money? But I'm I'm kind of doing it just to prove to myself that, I can keep on this route. I can keep on the route that I'm on because I wanted it, right? So why turn back now? It's like being stuck in traffic and you're so jam locked that you can't get back in that left lane. So you might as well just exit. Everyone's honking, all these cars are speeding up behind you, trying to rush you. But whatever. That's life, right? Life wasn't promised to be easy. And I know that it's not easy by any means. I know that there's nothing really easy or simple about life, about the life that's given, unless I keep it simple, and that's hard to do. That's not a simple task. But just I guess meditating on things and really sitting with myself and doing this podcast or whatever, this self-help speaking thing I'm doing. I'm testing new waters. I'm happy to get out there. And I don't know. There's this area at the job I work at now that they were about to move me to because I was supposedly being underutilized, which I felt like that too. But I was being underutilized in this area that I'm in right now. And there's this area that kind of reminds me of a local bar restroom across the street from a homeless shelter. And that's not taking any jabs at the people they hire. That comment was. But I'm at this point to where I know what makes me tick, what irks me, what pushes me, what presses me, what drives my fucking sanity out of the walls, what makes my brain crawl out of my ears and my eyes and makes me feel so uncomfortable. And it's seeing thieves, seeing a lot of dark arts, a lot of negative energy being portrayed by others' actions. And it's so fucked. It's so fucked that I let shit like that get to me, because I've always heard you should just worry about yourself, not worry about others. And at least I can admit that I'm not good at that. And I'm glad that I can admit that, because that's 50%, that's 50% through the problem. All I need to do is find some action, find something to do, to make it feel like I'm accomplishing getting through that. But I'm blessed. I'm happy. I'm happy. I'm happy I'm doing this thing for myself. I'm happy that I know that I could fail, and that I could. And actually, this is the first time I put in 2 weeks for a job. I usually just quit. At Starbucks, I got fired. I got punched by a customer, which there's a long story to that. And I'm past it. I'm past it now, so I don't need to keep bringing energy to it. But I'm so blessed. I'm so blessed. By the Lord or God or whatever you want to call it. God for me just stands for great orderly direction, and that's enough for me. It's like talking to myself, but in a more positive way, kind of seeking help, kind of seeking an outside energy, because that's what I've learned through 12 steps. That's what I've learned daily, actually. There's too many things in my life that have happened for me to believe that things are coincidence. I don't necessarily believe in coincidence anymore. I think a lot of things happen for a reason, although we may not see the reason. Eventually, if we think hard enough, or if we don't think at all, we might get there to understanding why certain things happen. So yeah, I'm nervous. I'm nervous about talking to that girl. I'm. It's tough, man. It's tough. And I keep hearing these people just say like, just go do it. Just go do it. Go fucking talk to her. It's like, gosh, like, maybe? I don't know. I made a bet with myself earlier that the next time I saw her, I would say at least hi, ask for her name. And it's weird because I know her name. I heard someone yell it in the hallway and she acknowledged it and said hi. But it wasn't to me. It was to the person next to me. So I don't know. I will ask her for her name because I don't want to act like I remember that much. I like to play dumb a lot of the time because sometimes I think that's part of my charismatic charm to some extent. But I'm glad. I'm glad that I'm fucking talking about it. I'm glad that I'm getting it out. And I'm glad that I'm back to the point to where I can realize that everything will work out. And the only reason it wouldn't work out is if I force it to not work. Which, I'm notorious for doing that. But I'm so I don't know, I'm grateful. Gratitude's an action, right? Great attitude, gratitude. Fucking simple, right? Just give back, show it. Being thankful, saying thank you and appreciating something. But being grateful is a little more. That's like pulling your weight. That's like if your parents support you, pulling your weight. Helping pay a couple bills, maybe buy some groceries, buy food, or, say, no, mom or dad, I got this. I got it. Don't worry. Get me back whenever. When the truth is, they probably got you their whole lives, and your whole life. Fuck. I'm glad that, I'm glad that I'm seeing light. I'm glad that I have a little tan. I look a little more muscular or whatever. I look healthy. I've been eating good, I got them big boy checks, even though they ain't that big. But I'm not scared to admit it. I need to do some exercise. I'm not getting fat or anything like that. I just, I never dedicated myself to something, and I've never had the drive like I do right now. And I'm so happy, and that's the truth. I jumped on this kind of wondering, where my mind would go or where my thoughts would go, but it all seems pretty positive and pretty coherent. But I don't know. I ordered my grandmother a Astros jersey the other day, or actually about a month ago. But I got it for her birthday, which was August 9th, and I was a little scared. She told me large. She's a small lady. She wanted a men's large. So I ordered large. Grandma gets what she wants. But I knew it would be too big. So what does she do? She returns it. Contacts them, like a concerned parent. She contacts them. She tells them, hey, my grandson ordered this for me for my birthday. And I told him this size, but really I need this size. So they gave her a gift card. And she had messaged me about that gift card on Saturday. And she had told me that she wants me to get my grandpa a Dodgers jersey because he's always been a Dodgers fan. I guess so they could sit in the house and have something to compete over. two sports teams, and I like both teams. I like baseball. I like sports. Not really a huge fan of professional basketball, but I do like college. Anyways, I don't know. My grandma does not know how to operate a computer. Sometimes I think that older people shouldn't have access to the internet or to the news. But I'm trying to clear my head here. She wanted me to order my grandpa something, a Dodgers jersey, a Cody Bellinger jersey, size medium. He's like as big as me, and I fit into a large pretty well. I like a little room in my jerseys, so my body can breathe, so it doesn't look like I just bought it from the slim section. I like buying my family stuff. I do. I like giving back to them. But she had messaged me, and she wanted me to do that and to use that gift certificate. But that gift certificate only covered $105, and that jersey came out to $142. So I just let her know, and she insisted that I just tell her and screenshot where to put the gift card in, where to put that code at. And on my way into doing that, I accidentally purchased it with my own money. No big deal. But for a moment, I was a little upset, and I was talking to my dad about it the whole time, and kind of feeding some negative energy to each other. But it was just, I don't know what my dog's eating. Hopefully it's nothing bad, and it's not. But I don't know. I had told her, hey, I got this jersey. I bought the jersey. I didn't mean to, but I did. And she must have not read much of that text, because she said, don't worry about it. I'll get it for him tomorrow. Right now I'm watching the news. And I thought that was kind of funny. I thought it was kind of cute. Anyways, I called her, so that way we didn't order two jerseys. But yeah, I don't know. I was freaking out. I was kind of like, fuck, like, Grandma, why'd you do this? But then I realized, after hearing her voice on the phone, that her and my grandpa were happy, and they were laughing and giggling about something. Might have not been the news, The news is never that happy. No news is good news, right? But I'm so glad that my perspective has shifted to kind of, leaning more towards optimistic and positive, instead of, keep feeding me energy, keep feeding me negative energy, because I can sit and bitch and complain all fucking day. I can bitch, I could have probably bitched this whole time, and it probably sounds like I was, but I wasn't. But I'm so at peace with myself at, really opportune times, to where I can kind of think clearly. I work hard. My supervisor currently right now, he's a newer supervisor, at least for me. He's been there for years, but I got moved to another area because the account that I'm on is leaving. The customer that I was working with is packing up, and they're leaving. They're going south of the border. Hey, cool. Give them some jobs. Or, whatever. Put some of us out of jobs. Doesn't matter. Either way, Wendy's is always hiring. But anyways, I got this new supervisor, and he bitches at me. He bitches at me for trying to teach some of these other people stuff. Because I catch on pretty quick. And a lot of the stuff is already there in our work instructions that shows us how to do everything. But a lot of the people they have are like, in their 50s, 60s, 70s. So it's kind of like, fuck. And people that never have worked with a computer for some reason, working in a tech job. But surrounded by computers and laptops and phones and smart people with glasses. But whatever. But my boss had told me not to help people. And that's an issue for me. I love helping others. That's where I get a lot of my self-worth and self-esteem from, is from making someone smile. Or seeing, even just seeing people genuinely happy. Seeing people, I guess march through whatever sadness they're troubled with at the time, and then you see them at the end of the day and they're just smiling. Maybe they're just looking forward to going home, seeing the dog, cracking open a beer, maybe watching the news. But I'm so, I don't know, I've never gotten in trouble at a job for doing more than I'm expected of, or doing more than is expected of me. And at this new area in my job, I get constantly looked at, constantly bitched at, constantly questioned. And some of the times it seems like it's not even worth helping people. But fuck it. It's in my nature. I like to help people. I was bullied as a kid. I don't know why I like helping people. Maybe because people need help. I needed help. I still need help. But I don't know. I'm glad I'm leaving Friday the 13th. And on the 16th I start a new job. So I literally have 2 days off and then right back to it. Business as usual. And I'm glad. I'm glad that I can, I can work through it 2 weeks, because I've committed to that. I've shaken a lot of hands. A lot of managers that tell me I always have a place to come back to if things don't go as planned. But I don't know. I don't want expectations. Expectations are literally just a resentment waiting to happen, or just a huge letdown, because nothing ever goes as expected. And sometimes when I expect bad, I get treated with good, gold, treasure. It's great. But I'm at this point, this pinnacle, this peak in my life to where I don't have any regrets. I don't have any resentments. Although I'm stupid, I tried messaging my ex the other day, and I forgot that it was her birthday on the 30th. And it's not my job to say happy birthday, but I'm so fucking kind, and I've done it every year now, that I felt the need to text her 2 days later and apologize for not saying happy birthday. I mean, what a fucking... what a silly guy, right? But I don't know. That is what it is. The milk's already spilt. Just gotta clean it up. I'm over it. I'm over that relationship. It taught me a lot about me. How shitty I could get. How fucking dependent I can get. And this happened several years back. But I'm glad that I learned from my mistakes, because I see a lot of my friends and a lot of people in general just not learn time after time after time of fucking up on the same damn thing. It's insanity, right? It's the definition of it. But I don't know. I don't even know a stopping point in this little recording. I don't know where to stop. Sometimes I'm good at leaving. Sometimes I'm bad at it. A lot of the time I'm bad at it. But I don't know. I'm blessed, and I'm glad to be part of this earth. And I'm I hope everything's going well for everyone out there. I hope everyone's having a good sunny day, even if the sun's not out. Maybe you don't like the sun. Maybe you like the cold. Maybe you like sitting indoors with the dog or the cat, or even just by yourself, or with your family. I don't know. Just, I love all of y'all. Y'all have a good one. All right? Thanks.